What's up, family? How y'all doing, man? Second video today. Today, I want to talk about the war on consciousness. The war on consciousness is what I am trying to fight with. I am the rebel army, and they're the soldiers. The 1%, the people who run this matrix, the people who run this world, people with all the money and power. They are trying to do a war on consciousness. They want to make it to where you don't think for yourself. They want you to believe in the institutions that they put in front of your face. They want you to believe that social media is the key. They want you to believe that Christianity and all these religions is all that you are. They are literally saying you have something, you have a higher being stronger than you, so you never ever try to reach it. Because they call it Lucifer. They call it Lucifer, the third eye, the eye of Horus. They call Lucifer the morning star, the light bringer. They reversed the concept. This is Lucifer. They don't want you to do this. They want you to believe it's bad. It's not bad. You can call me a devil worshiper if you want. I don't worship the devil. Do you know what the devil is? Think of it. The English language, they created it for us. Devil, D-E-V-I-L. Now reverse it. L-I-V-E-D. Lived. Death. When you eat the meat, when you're eating your fucking chicken and pork and stuff like that, you are eating devil. Lived. L-I-V-E-D. Reverse it, it's the devil. Evil, reverse evil is live. So if you live in reverse, you are evil. If you are eating what lived, if you're eating something dead, that is devil worship. That is just think about it. You murder another living creature and then you eat it. And the places that create all this food, like the factories and the butchers and shit, they put all the animals together in some horrible fucking slave, like jail type place, and they go in, scare the fuck out of them, and kill them. And you eat that shit. And you say, I'm evil. I'm evil because I believe in myself. I'm evil because I stay away from sin. I'm evil because I eat plants, things that are alive. I eat things that are green like the rest of this fucking planet. I'm evil because I speak my mind. I'm evil because I don't believe what you believe. That sounds like evil to me. It sounds like you are the one being inhumane to me. I'm not inhumane to these animals. I'm not inhumane to other people. People who follow what you believe, Christianity, social media, fucking capitalism, all this stuff, you don't realize that you are the people down here. And the people up top, they have all the power. They make all the rules. They make all the media. They do all that stuff. You have to understand that this is a system set up for you to fail. They want you to go to your job every day. They want you to be depressed so you never change something in your life and you never get the money that they have. They want to keep all their money for themselves and they don't want to give you any of it. That's the entire reason why capitalism is a thing. There's a reason why the rest of the planet hates capitalism, because it's a system set up to manipulate the average person. Capitalism is they make you believe it's a free system, but the people here are manipulated in the mind. It's not a physical manipulation, but a mental manipulation. If they can manipulate you mentally, then they can say that, oh, we did nothing wrong. We didn't enslave people. We didn't. But if you think of the black community, they put all this propaganda, they put this lifestyle in the hoods. And why do they live in hoods anyway? Why do they live in the hood? Why are black people in the hood and they can't get out? The system is set up for them to fail. The system is set up for them to become gangsters, to become criminals, because they have no place to go. They don't have a way to make money. They can't get jobs as easily. They can't do any of this stuff. They're stuck in a lifestyle because it's mental manipulation. And once you break past their laws and your mental manipulation gets the best of you and you do something illegal, they put you in prison for 20 years. They put you in their private prison. A private prison owned by a corporation. It's a system. It's like the triangle trade. It's the slave system. Once again, you have to fight against the system. The system is the devil. They said that the devil will come to disguise everything you ever wanted. They want you to have the idea of freedom. But they made the concept of the devil and God. They made fucking language. The people who are in power now have all the money and all the land. They made religion. They made jobs. They made fucking all this stuff. They made language. They made it to where they symbolize everything. And when you see people do those Illuminati hand signs, that means that they know the truth. The Illuminati is not evil. If the Illuminati was a secret society that ran everything, why would everybody know about it? It's a secret society for a reason. The Illuminati, like the hand gestures, is just enlightenment, right? It's the same thing that I'm preaching right now. You can say I'm in the Illuminati, or you can say I'm a Freemason. I don't give a shit. I literally just came from my apartment and came out to the water to speak to people about what I believe. If you want to label me something, that says more about you than it does of me. And this is the war of consciousness in full effect. Think about all the things that are the most illegal. Marijuana, ecstasy, LSD, and then they say heroin. The heroin gives these are all the Schedule 1 drugs. Heroin is the drug, the most evil drug that they get from other countries, because they don't make poppy seed in the hood. They don't make heroin in the hood. They get the heroin from other countries and put it in places where they know people are susceptible because they're mentally manipulated. And then they say, look at all these deaths. Look at all this shit that's happening. Look at all the things these drugs are killing. They said they're killing people. Heroin is a bad drug. Meth is a bad drug. But they just call them drugs. It's in one category with the rest. Weed, ecstasy, and LSD, and mushrooms are as illegal as heroin and more illegal than fentanyl, more illegal than meth. So these substances that give you free thought, that help you to understand and become the best version of yourself, are the drugs that are illegal. I became spiritually aware through LSD. I had so many trips that who I thought I was, the mental manipulation got unraveled. And I was able to see things through the true perspective of my own belief. Weed helped me fight my demons. Every time you smoke weed and you get anxious, that's not a negative thing. That's your demons coming to light. That's the weed saying, you have this issue, deal with it right now or you're gonna be fucked up. Right? So when you're paranoid and all this shit, that means you have a actual paranoia in your real life. The weed is just showing it to you. And ecstasy is not, as long as you do ecstasy correctly and you're hydrated but not overhydrated and you don't overuse it, it can spark a joy in your life. Now if you abuse it, that's different. But ecstasy in general is not a bad drug. What is wrong with it being incredibly happy and loving? What? And it gives you that bad come down, but it puts things in perspective. Everything that goes up has to come down. It's the law of karma. When you have drug withdrawals, it's because you're so up, you gotta come back down. I'm not saying you should do drugs, but I'm saying that it's a viable way to free your mind. I went through an extreme amount of fucking mental pain and fear on acid to get to the point I am right now. And at this point, all the drugs that used to give me paranoia, all the drugs that used to make me anxious, all the bad trips I don't have them anymore because I learned how to control my thinking through meditation. See, it's all a war on consciousness. They don't want you to see the truth that's right in front of you. And that's how they do it. They hide the truth in plain sight, but they switch it around. They make it a little bit different to where you believe something that's not true. If this society, if America is run on Christianity and Christianity is supposed to be positive, then why is there so much sin in the world? You would think that the Catholic Church or all these Christian churches would be doing something different. You would think that Donald Trump, who used the Bible as one of his symbols, you would think that he wants to cause good and harmony instead of trying to kick people out of the country. The thing that is illegal are the borders, not the people. If you believe God gave us a world, why would you block it to where some people can't get in? That is devilish. You see, the Christianity thing is all backwards. There is no God. There is no singular God. There is no singular devil. God and the devil are levels of love, right? So if you're extremely good person like Jesus and Buddha, who did exist, you are godly, right? It wasn't Jesus who said, meet the Father. Jesus was using the Spirit of the Father. He knew, he was spiritually enlightened. He knew what we know right now. But he could do it on a different level because he was vibrating on a higher dimension than we were. But it's not to say that it's impossible to reach the level he did. You just have to release all the negativity and all the beliefs that you had. What God would make it to where you have to read a book that some of the world has never seen to reach heaven? You have all the answers within you. When you were born, you knew how to breathe, you knew how to blink. And the best way to find your higher self is to meditate. All you got to do is close your eyes and breathe and stop thinking. You can't tell me that going back to your primal nature is not the way to achieve the top, to become God. You can't tell me that it doesn't make sense to you. I know it might sound like a shock to you, but if you're one of the chosen ones, you would at least find some interest or some credibility to what I'm saying. You don't automatically see me as a liar. If you think that everything I said in this video is blasphemy or I'm devilish or a Freemason, you are a bot. That's simple. You are a bot. If you find some credibility in this, do some research, I promise you, you will find something inside yourself. If you find any credibility or any interest or anything in what I'm saying, go within yourself, start meditating, start trying to feel your chakras, start learning stuff about yourself. You will find the same things that I found within myself. Now I'm trying to grow this channel and find a livelihood for myself, while at the same time sharing my truth to other people. This is what I'm meant to do. I'm a Virgo and I have a Leo moon. So I'm literally a teacher. I go and experience things and then I'm a teacher. I've been really passionate today, man. It's because of the Scorpio season we're in, man. Now, I love all you people. The fact that you exist makes me love you. I don't care what religion you are. I don't care what race you are. I don't care if you're spiritual or a bot. I still love you. But sometimes you need tough love. Sometimes you need to see the truth beyond all the lies that you've been told. This matrix is crumbling. There's a reason why everything in politics is going to shit right now, because they have they know people are waking up to the bullshit, so they're trying to make you as scared as possible. They want to make you feel like everything's going wrong right now. Everything is not going wrong. Things are starting to go right. You see, everything that they say in the news is backwards. If something is bad in the news, it's good in real life. If something is good in the news, it's probably bad in real life. That's why social media is a big addiction for people. Social media and phones are the final step to the war on consciousness. They want to make it to where you don't live a real life. You live your entire life in this screen. You can't tell me that you have more confidence in real life than you do on the phone. Because your identity does not have to be shown on the phone. Through social media, through apps like this, you can be whatever you want to be. I choose to be myself. That's the only way that you're going to ascend to the next level. You see the skin I have right now? It's so clear and so clean, man. It's because I take cold showers and I get in the sun. I'm in the sun right now, even though it's cold. It's 30 degrees out right now in November, and I'm wearing no shoes. I'm going back to my primal nature. I'm with the water, and here, I'll explain to you this way. I'm a Virgo, and the signs that attract me the most are water signs. Virgo is an earth sign, and this is the place I chose that suits me and makes me feel the most peaceful. It's literally earth making a place for the water to flow. It's an explanation. On the zodiac, if I ever find a partner or find love, it's going to be most likely a water sign, because water signs are very flowy. Water signs are very flowy. They go with the flow, but they can pretty much go into whatever form they're put in. So if you put water in a jar, you can put water in a cup, and they're all going to fill the cup. As an earth sign, I would have to be able to put the foundation and the area for water to flow. If I were to find a woman, she would most likely be a water sign that has a lot of imagination and a lot of love. And I have to find a way to stabilize that love, and at the same time, the water flows into me and allows life to grow. See, it's all based on the planet. It's all based on what's already here. To be spiritual, you have to look at what's around you. You don't have to find some new age bullshit. You don't have to do any of this stuff. Everything in spirituality comes from the planet already. If God did exist and he gave us a planet, would he not want us to look in the planet to find truth, since he's not here? It all makes sense. It's a war on consciousness. We are fighting the war that you are unwilling to fight. You are afraid to speak. You are afraid to let your emotions flow. And you are afraid to see that you are the issue. You are at fault. If I fuck up, if I'm allowing my mind to drift into hell, it's my fault. You see, you can say that some person said this to you. Some person said this really mean thing to you. But if you don't let it affect you, then it's not going to. If you allow what someone else says to anger you, that's your fault. You are allowing it. You are letting it happen. You are allowing it to be. If you're around people you don't enjoy being around, stop being around them. It's your fault. You gotta take responsibility. And if you don't want to do something, don't fucking do it. Now it's different than, I want to do it but I'm scared. That's different. You have to get over that fear. But if you have something that you completely detest and hate doing, don't do it, because it's not what you're meant to do. You see, everybody in this world has a purpose. And the war on consciousness is trying to get you away from the purpose. Whatever purpose you have in your life, they don't want you to achieve it because it messes up their plans, right? It makes sense. From a scheme of someone trying to control you, it makes sense. If the law of the world and the United Nations says no war crimes, you can't go around fucking enslaving your people. Okay, I won't enslave them physically, but you didn't say anything about the mental. I'll just enslave their soul. That's what the government and the people in charge are saying right now, the people who run the Matrix. That's what they're saying. Now, I'm 100% sure about this, and I know this for real, because I felt it within myself. Now, there's nothing wrong with a religion if you believe in one. As long as it makes you do good, I don't have a problem with it. The only thing you have to do is raise your frequency. You have to get to a higher level. You have to be filled with love instead of hatred. Love instead of hatred. If you find that through Buddhism, Hinduism, Islam, Judaism, Christianity, New Age, spirituality, it doesn't matter. Just, this is the way that I found it, and this is the only way I knew how to do it, because I tried all the other religions. I did. I could not find the truth in any of them. I was always picking it apart. Spirituality, there's nothing to pick apart because everything is already here. You can feel everything that I'm speaking. You can see the water. You can look at the stars to see the zodiac. It's all already here for you. Everything else is a war on consciousness. Everything else is not genuine. This, to me, is genuine. And I'm trying to be genuine when I speak to you right now. I'm not perfect, but I'm a human. And I'm trying my best to do the best I can. You aren't. You aren't trying your hardest. You are telling yourself that there's something stopping you. You're telling yourself that other things are the issue. You are so powerful in your own word and language and thought. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. Anything. Anything physically possible, you can do it. If you think, I want 100 million subscribers, if you can make that thought, you can make it happen. It all depends on how you are vibrating, how your frequency is. If you're on the frequency of the universe, if you're on the frequency of the heart chakra, if you're on the frequency of love, you will achieve whatever you put your mind to. I promise you. Alright, now that's all I gotta say, man. If you found anything interesting in this video, let me know. Check it out. Leave a comment if you have a question, like the video, subscribe, all that stuff. I'd appreciate that. So for now, third eye. Goodbye, family.